What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to another mystery gift video. In tonight's episode, I'm going to be looking at 3 more Japanese events that just come live over in Japan, which also means welcome to a night where KrimZen absolutely butchers her Japanese translations, because that's bound to happen in this episode. Alright, so in tonight's episode, we're looking at more of the Pokemon I Choose You movie distribution codes. And these 3 are going to be based on 3 characters from the next movie. So if you don't want to hear spoilers for the next movie, I suggest covering your ears for about a minute. So first up we have Lizardon, which is Charizard, and that belongs to Satoshi, which is of course Ash in English. We have Pokama, or I think that's how you pronounce it in Japanese, Pokama, which is Piplup, and that belongs to Mahoki, which is Verity? Verity, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce the name in English, and that's Piplup. And of course, the last Pokemon is Suji's Lucario. Now, Lucario is just Lucario in Japanese translation, I do believe, so that one's pretty easy. But they're the 3 Pokemon we're going to be looking at today. So these ones, again, aren't really that interesting. The only one that's really kind of interesting is the Charizard. The fact that it actually comes with a move that you can normally only get in Generation 1's VC and then transfer back over to Pokemon Sun and Moon. But when you do that, of course, you get the hidden ability. This one comes with one of those moves, but it comes with the normal ability, of course, and we'll have a look at that when we actually get into it. So again, to reiterate, because I know someone's bound to comment this in the comment section, yes, this is only for Japanese. No, you cannot redeem it on an English 3DS. Okay, so first things first, of course, we're going to load up Pokemon Sun and Moon when my capture card finally wants to do something. I can't believe it takes 3,000 years to load this on a normal 3DS. I seriously should have considered buying a new 3DS before Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. Anyways, the usual shenanigans we've got going on here. We have, of course, the Japanese filter going on as per usual for my mystery gifts. And for this one, we're going to do the code as per usual. So the usual shenanigans going on here where we need to make sure the power's all good to go, the updates have been done, the internet's been connected. We all know the shenanigans have been a constant viewer of mystery gift. Alright, so I'm probably going to go through and redeem the 3 of them and then talk about them afterwards. So enjoy the little intermission here while I just type in the codes. Okay, so that is all 3 of them redeemed. So the last one I redeemed, of course, was Suji, or as his name is in English, Sorrel's Lucario. And the other ones before that was obviously Lizardon, which is Charizard, which belongs to Ash, or as he's known in Japanese, Satoshi. And Pokama, which is Piplup, who belongs to Makoti, which is Verity in English as well. So of course, the other thing we're going to do now is head over to the Pokemon Center of Pokemon Sun and have a look at their stats, their moves, and what IVs they potentially come with. And believe me, my expectations for IVs are pretty damn low, considering the last few that we've hadn't had any guaranteed IVs. So let's go to the Pokemon Center and have a look at that right now. Okay, so here we are at the Pokemon Center, and I am bound to get like probably 6 Pokemon out of this if I haven't already. I've got 3 Pokemon on hand. There's a good chance I may be redeeming more than 3, so let's see what we've got. I have 4 mystery gifts, means I'm gonna have to ditch one. Alright, let's do that before I get the message saying I can't redeem any more Pokemon, because as I said, there is one thing I would like to see added to mystery gifts, maybe in Ultra Sun and Moon, and that's the option to redeem a certain gift. So if you got a list of mystery gift Pokemon or whatever, they'll actually give you a selection of which ones you have on hold, and then you can just go to that certain Pokemon. So for example, I wanted like Soft Reset, maybe the Lizardon instead of the Tapu Koko or the... What was the other Pokemon I had? I think it was like a Charizard or something I already had on hand. I can't remember. You can end up, you just like choose Lizardon instead of like the first Pokemon you had on hand. So it's going to be really interesting what I've got backlogged at the moment, which could be absolutely anything at this point. Okay, so still redeeming. I probably should have said redeem them all, but it's kanji and I missed that point as I'm like dribbling away. What do we get? Well, we've got the Lucario registers the Pokédex, so that's the only one that's actually in the lowered Pokédex, funny enough. The other ones are all in the national Pokédex, so that's cool. So that he got registered, which is real nice. Alright, so that should be all of them, because that was my last Pokemon. So let's have a look at the Pokemon themselves, go through their moves, their abilities, and their IVs. So, I had a Mew. Mew was on backlog. There's the Lizardon, there's the Pokama. I still can't remember Piplup's Japanese name off the top of my head, and as I said, I probably butchered the Japanese translation. And of course, there's Lucario. I must have already like saved accidentally on like the Tapu Koko and all that. That's fun. And the Charizard that I had for Korokoro. Yeah, I did. Good job, me. Normally I keep them. Anyways, that's cool because I don't have a big backlog of things. Alright, so Lizardon. Comes with the Raging Flames ability, which is, of course, Blaze in English. Comes with Flame Emission, which is Flamethrower. Comes with Dragon Rage, Slash, and Earth Throw, which we all should know is Seismic Toss. And as I said, that one is Satoshi's Charizard, so the OT should be Satoshi, which should be very similar to the Pikachu's there. Yep, it's the exact same, so the OT in English, if you use the English filter, I do believe would be Ash, if this was to ever come out in English. I do believe even if you redeem it underneath an English filter, it still has the Japanese OT, which of course is Satoshi. And that has no IVs. Oh, fun. Anyways, let's have a look at the Pokama, which is Piplup. Comes with the Raging Rapid ability, which is Torrent. Comes with Hardy Nature, of course. I forgot to look at that for the Charizard because I've already written them down in, like, just notes beforehand. So Charizard with Abundant Nature, we'll just show that quickly. There it is in stats-wise as well. And of course, it has have the ribbon that is, of course, the Wishing Ribbon. So of course, if you were ever to redeem any of these via like Wonder Trade or GTS, they won't have this ribbon, which kind of gives away that they're not obtained illegally. So if it doesn't have that, obviously it's not the real thing. But as I said, you can get that one even without the event via VC, because that's the only way to get Seismic Toss on a Charizard, I do believe. I can't remember if it gets it through 3rd generation 2 to move as well, but as far as my knowledge goes, Seismic Toss Charizard is only via Gen 1 Virtual Console. Alright, so Piplup comes with the, as I said, Hardy Nature, comes with Torrent ability, which is Raging Rapid. It does come with Hydro Pump, Bubble Beam, Whirltide, which is Whirlpool, and Drill Beak, which is Drill Peck. And then, of course, the OT there is Makoti, or in English would be Verity. So yeah, that one's not too fancy as well, and that's some fancy looking IVs there. Oh wow. Yeah, basically this one's no special Piplup at all. I mean, heck, you could breed up a 5IV Piplup and still have those moves as well. Although Whirlpool is pretty interesting. I can't remember if Piplup gets that through level up naturally, or if that's like a HM from previous gens. So that one's a pretty cool looking Piplup there in regards to IVs. And last but not least, of course, is the Lucario. Comes with the Indomitable Heart, which is Steadfast in English. Comes with Serious Nature as well, so if you bring up the IVs, I think I managed to snag like a fantastic... Yeah, that's a fantastic, I think, or very damn close to it. It's definitely not perfect, that's for sure. So 30 or 29, maybe. It could be 30, one of my Ives are dreadful. Comes with Serious Nature, so absolutely nothing there. So again, this one you can breed up and probably get a little bit better than what this event is. Comes with Wave Bomb, which is Aura Sphere, Jumping Knee Kick, which is High Jump Kick, Dragon Pulse, and Swiftness, which is of course Extreme Speed. And the OT there is Suji, which in English is Sorrel, and as I said, nothing real special about this Lucario at all. So generally overall, they're just like little throwbacks to the characters, Pokemon from the Pokemon I Choose You movie, which should be airing, I think, sometimes this year in the West region. I know it's currently, or soon to be, airing in Japan as well. So hype there for those who are still interested in the Pokemon movies. Obviously, I don't know, Pokemon movie-wise, I still reckon the old ones are still the best. They've kind of dropped off over the years. I know, I am still slightly interested about this movie, seeing as how we're going back to the original anime from season 1 and seeing Ash and the mystery of Ho-Oh. So I don't know, maybe it's piqued my interest a little bit, but we'll see if I actually do end up liking it or actually seeing it to begin with. But anyways, guys, that's it from me tonight. I have no idea if there's anything else I need to cover with this video. But there is another mystery gift video I do need to cover, so that should be up in a couple of hours or so if I get around to recording it, because I am slightly a bit busy tonight with some family affairs and all that. So if it goes up, it goes up. If it doesn't, it'll be up tomorrow night or whenever it does finally go up. But keep an eye out for that regardless. So until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!